For more details about the significance of the upcoming Quad Summit, we are now being joined by Ambassador Gurjit Singh. He is a former Indian ambassador to ASEAN. Ambassador, welcome to WION World is One.
Thank you.
This Quad Summit is happening at a crucial juncture in geopolitics. The Russia-Ukraine war, of course, takes center stage. How is India expected to respond? It has so far called for dialogue without choosing sides.
You know, the Quad is not there to handle Russia or the Ukraine crisis. The Quad is to handle China and the Indo-Pacific. So I think we should not lose sight over that. And I think India will certainly not lose sight over that in Tokyo. Yes, even President Biden has recently come out of a summit with the ASEAN countries, has just been to Korea and is now in Japan. India has just actually come out of a BRICS meeting, and Prime Minister spoke to the Cambodian chair of ASEAN, and now we are going to Quad. So I think the focus that we have is clearly how to keep the world safe from China and its disorderly conduct in this world. We do not want the United States to mislead us into believing that it is Russia and not China which is the main threat to the world. Therefore, I do not believe that the Quad is a global coalition. After all, on Afghanistan, the Americans did well what they wanted without consulting the Quad. So I don't see why Ukraine crisis should be brought into Quad. Quad should continue its agenda, which is plentiful and detailed. And certainly, yes, we should look at the ramifications for the Indo-Pacific and deal with them.
Right, Ambassador, since you've mentioned China and its actions in the Indo-Pacific, that brings me to my next question. China's aggression in the Indo-Pacific is now a global concern. What can the Quad do to tackle the same?
Well, we need to reach out to everybody in our region and assuage them with functional collaboration to challenge China's largesse. So the last two Quad summits, if you notice, changed the tack in wooing ASEAN more functionally and reducing their security anxieties because they don't want to choose between China and the USA. Now, with the change of government in Australia, we need to watch whether they go soft on China. Meanwhile, China is going hard on Taiwan. China and Russia are exercising through the Honshu and Hokkaido Islands of Japan, and they have moved into the Solomon Island. So it is not that China has stalled. Pandemic or no pandemic, China continues with its hegemonistic intent, challenging all members of the Quad in their own individual ways. And if we don't learn to stick together, we are not going to be able to restrain them in any particular way.
Absolutely, Ambassador. That brings me to my final question. There seems to be a change of guard in Australia, a new Prime Minister coming in at a crucial time. Anthony Albanese has now confirmed his attendance at the Quad Summit. How will this change the dynamics of the grouping, in your opinion?
So, essentially speaking, foreign policy is not an election issue in Australia. In fact, in no country it is. So, therefore, I don't see whether the change of government is going to make a big difference. And I think all his briefs are ready because he has already said he will be going to Tokyo to participate in the Quad meeting, and he's also scheduled to meet Prime Minister Modi on the 24th. Be that as it may, his party has been known to be soft on China. Now, whether the Chinese suddenly lift sanctions on Australia to woo them is the concern that we really need to see. If the Chinese don't play soft with them, I think Australia will stick the course.
Absolutely. Ambassador Singh, thank you so much for your time and thanks for speaking to us at WION World is One. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.